All right, come down here to the basement to get away from everybody, get away from the TVs, get away from people squawking, okay? And so that I can make this video expounding on the video I did on you know, pray for those who persecute you, love your enemies, all that. And I know what the answer to that question is, even though I've never really heard it articulated. It falls under a word called malice, i.e., evil intent, created out of hatred and vengeance and the vitriol of hatred. Okay, so we'll here get into this light a little bit. So, what you call not to have is malice. I have no ill intent. I have no ill will. And let me make an example. Okay, if I draw my sidearm to defend myself, to defend a member of my family, to defend a member of my church, or just an innocent person who I don't know, I'm not doing that out of malice, out of hatred and the vitriol of hatred. I'm doing that out of love. Granted, it is a violent act. Violence itself is not evil. Contrary to popular belief, it would seem counterintuitive that violence is evil. Violence is not evil. Violence is a tool that can be used for good or bad. For example, when we took Germany down, we took the Nazis down, it wasn't evil to take the Nazis down, but we used substantial amounts of violence. A police officer takes a criminal down. Takes him down, stops him from hurting somebody or something like that. It's not, this violence is not evil, okay? He doesn't have, the difference between violence and good and evil is whether love is behind it or whether malice and the vitriol of hatred is behind it. Okay, so you don't act out of hatred. And I think that is really what Jesus talks about, and the Bible overall talks about, is you don't act out of hatred. You can act to protect. You can throw off an oppressor. You can't hate him. You stop doing what he's doing. Okay? Stop being a threat to those you love. And you act out of love. And that's the answer to the question. I don't know if anybody got that, but it's the lack of malice is what you're supposed to have. The lack of evil intent, the lack of hatred. You can't love and hate at the same time. Okay? Yeah, sometimes it seems that way, but you really can't. You either love them or you hate them. And you ain't supposed to hate them. So that only leaves the ability to love them. Or, I forgot about this one that everybody forgets about, is to be indifferent. I'm going to expand this a little bit farther here. We are called to love others. Okay, that doesn't mean love others in your group and be indifferent to everybody else, which is basically what racism is. I love those in my group. I either am disinterested or unconcerned or disconnected from anybody else in any other group. I'm only called to love those in my group. My race, my gender, my sexual orientation, whatever. I'm called to love only them. No. I'm called to love, period. Period. Beyond all those human-made boundaries. You're called to love. Okay, I kind of got into two subjects here. So I wanted to answer my first question that I put forward. I kind of expanded on it. It's called love. Doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter what color they are, gender they are. Doesn't even matter whether or not they're gay or heterosexual. Doesn't mean you have to validate what they do, but you still gotta love them. Okay, so there it is. Question answered. If you agree with me, say so. If you disagree with me, say so again. Simple answer is, you act and do not hold malice. You do not hold hatred. Okay? You have a nice day.